And I had a panic attack over 2 dogs. Now, it's gonna sound really crazy. Some people like panic attack over 2 dogs. That seems really weird, but that's just me. I don't necessarily have panic attacks that easily, but I was just stressed out over this entire thing, and that day I did have a panic attack. My husband and I were supposed to be watching my nephew's 2 dogs, because where he was staying at, he can't have dogs, otherwise he'd get kicked out. And we didn't necessarily want that to happen, so we were like, yeah, sure, we'll watch your 2 dogs. We already have 2 dogs. One doesn't necessarily get along very well with dogs. I mean, she doesn't like attack them. She just like sits in your lap and like barks at them and stuff like that. She's a scaredy cat, but she thinks she's queen bee if she's in your lap. And my other dog, she's okay with other dogs unless they get like up in her face, and then she's like, okay, too much interaction in my face. Kind of back away. I need my personal space. These dogs are very hyper. Very, very hyper. And we would give them attention, and we would take them out to the bathroom every hour, give them food, give them water, give them attention, and everything else. But still keeping in mind our dogs and how they would feel. We'd play with them and then put them in their room that they were staying in, and then we would come back to our dogs and give them love and attention and everything else, making them feel like they're still number one in our hearts and haven't been replaced. Well, no matter how much attention, no matter how many times we took them out to the bathroom, no matter what we did for these dogs, they would just go rampant in their room, and they would make messes in their room. They made messes anywhere in the house if they weren't like watched when we would have them out to let them stretch their legs outside of the room. And it was just getting ridiculous. And we texted and we were like, hey, we don't know if we can keep them anymore because they're destroying our house, and we don't mind watching them, but they can't be destroying our house, because that gives our dogs an incentive, like, hey, they're letting these dogs do it, why can't we do it too? You know? So he was like, okay, just bring them back and stuff like that. So the next day, my husband had to work overnight, but the next morning when he got home, he tried everything to get a hold of my nephew to return the dogs. We called him a bunch of times. We even called his mom to see if she can get it. We called his girlfriend. Nothing. We were like, what in the heck is going on? Then my husband put them outside on rope that were like far enough apart to where they couldn't get entangled each other. And they had food and water out there. I didn't like that because it's been so hot here. And I felt bad leaving a dog tied up outside when it was like blazing hot. Yeah, they had food and water, but so I just felt bad. I've never been one to put animals in extreme situations like that I feel like it's torture. But my husband was like, oh, no, they'll be fine. So I was like, you need to go get them out. And he was like, they'll be fine. I finally just went and got them and put them back up in the room with water and stuff like that. We couldn't get a hold of our nephew at all that morning. So my husband was like, okay, I'm just going to have to call the pound to come get him. And I was like, no, don't call the pound. That will make my nephew mad. And that will put so much more stress on him getting the dogs back. And he's like, what else am I supposed to do? I'm like, I don't know. I was getting frustrated with my husband because, like, I was just stressed out at the point. I came back in the room, and my husband was in our living room, and I was just, like, thinking about it, and I was stressing out, and I started to cry. I don't know what to do, but I can't keep these dogs here, but I don't want to take them to the pound, and we can't get a hold of our nephew, and oh my god, I was stressed to the max. We just kept him for one more day, and then finally we got a hold of my nephew to find out where he lived, because he couldn't come back up to our place and get his dogs because his car was overheating. So I was like, oh my god, okay. One night won't kill me. And so we had a warmer night. My husband had to go to work. I gave them the attention and stuff like that. And then the next morning, my husband took them to my nephew. It was ready to rain. I was just so stressed over the dogs because I didn't know what to do, but I didn't want them to be like staying here. And I felt bad that because I couldn't keep them, our nephew, and he was going to have to figure out something else to do. I just felt so bad. But that was just one day I got stressed out and panic attack overload, and I started to cry. It was just too stressful for me over dogs, apparently. I've never had a panic attack over dogs before, so that was new to me. I've had panic attacks before, but just not over animals. It's crazy, and they're back with their owner. Everything seems to be okay now, so that's the good thing. Thank you for watching. Click that button below. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. Hit the thumbs up so I know that you guys like these kind of videos, and I'll keep doing them. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye!